shake that, shake that. You gotta, baby, shake that, shake that. Shake it. I got 2 shows, I'm about to pitch another. Throwing alley-oops to my brothers. We all shine, nobody victims. I'm on these sweatsuits, black pippins. I swag different. That's why the money in the bag different. Come up short, you'll have your fam. I lay on beaches and swerving whips. You ain't serving, you just an urban myth. Every day, get ride around Queens on the jet ski. It's me. Every day, get to the day I die. Every day, get man, I that and I that bouncing up and down. Nearly broke. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, for a minute. Let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, for a minute.
Falling too fast to prepare for this. Tripping in the world could be dangerous. Everybody circling as vultures. Negative, nepotist. Everybody waiting for the fall of man. Everybody praying for the end of times. Everybody hoping they could be the one. I was born to run, I was born for this. Whip, run me like a racehorse. Pull me like a ripcord. Break me down and build me up. I wanna be the slip. Word upon your lip. Rather that you rip. Break me down and build me up. Whatever it takes.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Ahead, the All-Pro linebacking team is well represented, as we've got 2 of them on display here. It's Sean Lee and Von Miller.
Okay, Larry, we are located a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building here in downtown Denver. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first look is incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Prescott from the gun. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Fresh set of downs here. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Shift together here from the D-line. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Elliott last year so darn good, over 1,600 yards, most in the NFL. Actually, there were 10 teams that didn't rush for as many yards as he did. That's how good he was.
And just think, there is a place for him to get better. And I think it's in pass receiving. Not necessarily the hands, but just throwing it to him more, getting him into open space. He can make even more big plays doing that.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Give him 2 on the play there. And it'll be 1st down, Cowboys. This is Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Prescott now on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. 20. Out left side here to Bryant. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The numbers for Dak as a rookie last year are still kind of mind-boggling. And you look at QB rating. Dak was 104.9. Now, among full-time quarterbacks, only 2 Super Bowl quarterbacks, Matt Ryan and Tom Brady, were higher.
And look who he finished ahead of. Guys like Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Russell Wilson. Amazing.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Alfred Morris, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Osweiler now off the bootleg. And he rifles one incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now it's Osweiler. And he whips one in there complete. That's Demaryius Thomas. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Running for it. Here's Anderson. And an alley to run. C.J. Anderson. And he cuts it out right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. C.J. Anderson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Pardon me, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
They go to Elliott again. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Shaquille Barrett. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the 7th-year man, Chris Jones, on to kick. Emmanuel Sanders deep for the Broncos. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And Denver getting set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Let's go! Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephen Paya coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Green 39! Green 39!
From the gun, it's Osweiler. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
But we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. A reminder, coming up tonight, Green Bay visits Atlanta. All sorts of storylines there. A playoff rematch, also the opening of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And then on Monday night, the Giants host the Lions.
So the Giants play on Sunday night and Monday night to open the season.
Yeah, 2 under the lights. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second down, Prescott. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been. Able to haul that one in.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end?
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. C.J. Anderson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now it's the Chiefs' all-time leading rusher. It's Jamal Charles on the carry. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
That's it, baby.
Now Osweiler on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Osweiler now to throw on 3rd down. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Jalen Smith. I got to have some enthusiasm for this young man who missed his whole rookie year because of a knee injury in college. To see him back on the field making plays, that's exciting.
It is, and the good news for him, still just 22 years old, so hopefully a long, bright future ahead of him. On 2nd down, Osweiler. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot.
Osweiler. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Denver right after this. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Prescott finding his big receiver, Bryant, there for a Cowboy first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And they get 14 yards there and a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A first down carry by Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They start the drive with Anderson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, here's Osweiler. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. The rookie from Michigan, Taco Charlton. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. An update now from Oakland. The Jets out to the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 43 yards. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Osweiler with a give. This is Anderson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Osweiler. This will be caught inside the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. C.J. Anderson, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And now running right through him. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Osweiler going to give it to his tailback, Anderson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Throwing, Osweiler. Flushed out right. And some room to maneuver. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
And now a first down following that long gain. Toss play. This is Anderson. CJ with a nifty move. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They run. Charles. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up a second and goal. This is Thomas, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. Here's Osweiler to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And McManus able to put it through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
On 1st and 10, Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brandon Marshall coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Looking to throw. Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. To throw is Prescott. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now Sanders. Sanders shaking and baking. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Now Anderson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Osweiler. They'll find the rookie from La Tech. It's Carlos Henderson. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, and I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On the counter, Elliott. And he's got some space here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. After the interception, here's Osweiler. Sanders has it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground, this time with Charles. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And McManus able to put it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. Shift together here from the D-line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big run that time by Elliott. 43 yards on the ground. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Prescott from the gun. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. Give him 30 yards there. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Buying time to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Todd Davis able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. They come out here in the I. This is Morris. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And a Wildcat formation here. They'll run it out of the Wildcat. It's Anderson. Room here to run. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down carry here for Charles. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And still fighting. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Here's Anderson, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Osweiler now off the bootleg. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Todd Davis. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Again, Anderson. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Osweiler. Found his target, it's Anderson. But he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll run. Anderson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
They come out here in the eye. They'll let Charles try and get him in. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Denver, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.